So tiri kutaura kudai so tareceiver an intelligence report from Comrade Takawira. Some of you now, they know him. He's one of our sources. So as you can see, we've provided the screenshot so that you can see the intelligence report. So get to pin the Mariri race and then turns this out what's happening. Chichakaitika na President Mnangagwa. Right. 2. National Security Advisory Directorate from Intelligence Liaison Unit, date May 29, 2026. Zvichireva kuti ndeyanhasi. It's a report yaiswa nhasi about something that happened 2 days ago. Subject: security breach and interception risk, compromise of executive device, classification top secret or eyes only. Right, exclusive summary. A critical security failure occurred approximately 48 hours ago during a closed-door ZANU-PF Politburo meeting in Harare. The personal communication device belonging to President Emerson Mnangagwa was covertly extracted from the secure perimeter. Initial tracking vectors established by state security signals intelligence indicate the device bypassed standard clearing networks and was active within a military facility in Bulawayo before being forcibly taken offline. Given the access required to execute this breach and the geographical trajectory of the asset, this event is being treated as a coordinated institutional insider operation rather than a standard intelligence extraction by external actors. 2. Technical briefing and current geolocation. Signal telemetry monitored by technical units intercepted the device's unique signature moving southwest along the Harare-Bulawayo corridor. Primary intercept zone signal pings isolated the device within the perimeter of Kumalo Barracks, formerly Brad Barracks, the centralized headquarters of the 1 Infantry Brigade in Bulawayo. Alternative operational vectors. Secondary signal reflections and logistical proximity suggest the asset may have briefly routed near or targeted infrastructure at Induna Barracks, housing the 11 Combat Group or Llewellyn Barracks on the urban periphery. So, tisatapedza with this intelligence report, tikufanira kumbokudza what Comrade Takawira have said to us about this whole thing, because there's a chance yekuti in fact right tichakudza at the end. So wait, tichakudza zvataugwa a chance yataugwa na Comrade Takawira at the end. So gatipedze ne-report. So current status: dark. The device was subjected to a hard shutdown, battery extraction, or placed in a signal blocking Faraday enclosure immediately after entering the military zone. So let's talk about the vulnerability analysis, the data exposure risk. In fact, we are not talking about it, it's still in the report. It's number 3 in the report: vulnerability analysis, data exposure risk. The compromised hardware contains unencrypted, state-exclusive documentation, secure communications applications, and high-level strategic intelligence. The exposed data falls into 3 critical risk categories. A. Sovereign resource concessions. The device holds sensitive contractual parameters regarding state-vetted mining operations, specifically high-value lithium reserves and gold mining concessions. Exposure of these documents threatens to destabilize multi-billion-dollar foreign direct investment frameworks and reveal the identities of private international financial networks. B. Structural military deployments. Classified personal registries, regional security structures, and internal defense positioning data are stored within the executive communication network. Access to this allows bad actors to map institutional defensive blind spots. So, if we are assessing, the dangers, the report is assessing the dangers. It's not saying this is exactly what is happening, but it's assessing the dangers of something like this. C. Constitutional reform strategies. The data includes internal party playbooks, polling data, and confidential strategic layouts regarding the controversial third term Constitution Amendment Bill, CAB 3. This proposed legislation which aims to alter presidential term structures and adjust the military's explicit obligation to the constitution, is a massive point of internal friction. Number 4, threat matrix, factional and threat act analysis. The institutional faction, the silent succession pivot, the direct routing of the asset to the 1 Infantry Brigade strongly implicates high-ranking military intelligence or regional army commanders aligned against the civilian political elite. Against the backdrop of simmering tensions over the Cape 3 bill, hardline elements within the military framework may have orchestrated the theft to secure absolute political leverage. Right. A security perimeter like a Politburo briefing requires Tier 1 clearance. The physical extraction confirms the presence of a highly placed asset within the ruling party's inner circle who maintains direct operational lines to regional military command structures in Matabeleland. So, 5. Strategic consequences and fallout forecast. Tactical countermeasures and pages. Operational lockdown. Anticipate immediate aggressive internal investigations spearheaded by the Central Intelligence Organization, CIO. This will likely trigger arbitrary detentions, forensic deep dives of all Politburo attendees, communications, and a structural page of executive security details. Institutional standoff. Direct identification of Kumalo Barracks as the final signal destination sets up an explosive asymmetric standoff between Presidential Guard loyalists and localized regular army units in Bulawayo. Political blackmail and leverage. The primary objective of this operation is unlikely to be public exposure, but rather asymmetric political leverage. By holding the state's most sensitive transactional and political secrets, the faction behind the theft can effectively dictate succession timelines, veto constitutional shifts, and guarantee total immunity for their network. So, this is what is happening. This intelligence report, Rugunzi, have been distributed to Joint Command High Structure. It has also, according to information, it has also been distributed to Director General, Central Intelligence and Executive Security Command. So this is what is happening. This is the news that we have. So we come back to the chance, what we were saying, kuti taudzwa na comrade Takawira vachitiwo, the chances for this report kuti president vanzi vakabigwa zveshuwa. President might have left it somewhere because kuti vanzi vakabigwa, it's very highly unlikely. There's a good chance that he just left it in a certain car and then and maybe something just happened to it. I mean, maybe my phone, actually my iPhone or stuff. So you know the cell phones, but we don't know also the visual battery manje. Anenge azobvisa battery angachifunga chi about kubvisa battery kana kuidzima because he can't be tracked anymore. You understand? So we don't understand what happened. Maybe akatongodonha akapira mvura kana tikaita say, we don't know. Because at the end of the day, extracting that data, I think it will take high level intelligence or programmers, etc. We don't know what is going to happen, but stay tuned, Banapa. As soon as new information is chipinda, you know where you get it first. The best of the best, Mzindolan. Number 1 politician, Muno Zimbabwe. Peace.